Hey, I love Jupyter Notebook, and I love Python. I play with Jupyter Notebook all the time. I have to get my Jupyter Notebook. Will do Python. It'll do JavaScript. It'll do Ruby. It'll do what else do I do on it? Let me look. I've got C#, C++, Go, Node.js, Python 3, Pixie Dust, Python 2, and Ruby I've got on there. And but I'm going to play today with Python 2. I decided to make something up. I decided to make a project here where I could monitor my wallet balance and turn it into a graph or into a plot. I love a pretty plot. And I'm gonna have to show a teaser right here just to see what I wound up with at the end down here. Here's the final plot I wound up with. And these things will be on autopilot now. They'll make themselves. I don't have to even make them anymore. But you see my supports and the tips. And if you notice here, notice this big drop here. I got a big tip. And I took that tip and I converted it into a support. I took it off the tip and put it into a support. So you see that my tips dropped way down, but my support shot up to where it went in. And I'm still not sure if I'm better off with supports than tips to actually benefit a video. But it's all a learning process. This is big fun for me. I really, really love it. I love this library and all the toys. I've got a lot of toys I've made, and there's a lot more I'm going to make. As a matter of fact, I've started in my Jupyter Jones, I've started a section in there. It's called the library toolbox on it. It's going to have a bunch of different things. This will be on it soon. Anyway, what I want to do is run the command LBRY wallet balance and feed that into a file. So to create that file, we'll create a file to monitor the wallet balance. And then we're going to take that data and create a plot from it. So I'm making a bash executable. Anytime you make a bash, and that executable then can be used to put into a cron job to do this automatically. So every couple hours, it can get a wallet balance and add to my plot. And every time it makes a plot, it makes an image. So those images can be put together and turned into a video that you can watch that plot grow. It's really pretty neat. I've done this sort of thing before, building artificial intelligence models and taking that plot and turning it into a video. So anyway, to do this, we're going to back up here. This is the file. It's a bash file. We're going to echo the date into our wallet balance. The wallet balance is going to be a JSON file. Now, I didn't call it JSON because it's not an exact JSON, but it's a JSON format. We're going to echo a curly bracket, the date, into the wallet balance. Then we're going to take the LBRY wallet balance and echo that into the wallet balance. Then we're going to echo an ending curly Then we're going to echo an ending curly bracket into the wallet balance. And then we're going to cap the wallet balance. And to do this, we can run this right here and watch the thing run in real time. We'll run it in a terminal. So if I run wallet now, watch what it does. That was fast, wasn't it? It took the whole thing, took all the balances in it, then it showed them. And it added one more thing to my file, to the wallet balance file. Every time you run it, it adds to it. So you don't want to do that a lot on your own because you'll wind up with duplicate copies, everything. But let's back this down again. When it does it, this is the format it puts it into. Every entry goes in this format right here. So every time I run wallet, it appends my file with this information right here. Now, of course, to make a file executable, you always got to be sure you do the, I've got it marked in here somewhere, I think. Don't forget to change the mod on your wallet so it's executable. If you copy a symlink because you want to use it in a cron job, I don't know if every computer is the same or not, but it has to go into user bin. I tried user local bin, that didn't work, and I found out on my computer I need to put it in user bin, and it will work as a cron job then. Okay, and I show this is what it looks like. Now I can show it in my notebook. This one I can trigger. So if I run it, and what it's going to do, I've got to go in there and actually manually delete it to get rid of some of this stuff that I'm duplicating. Here, as I run it in here, it runs in my notebook, and you can see exactly what it does in real life, right there. And you see my last two lines are identical because there's been no change since the last time I looked at it, I don't think. Okay, now what I'm going to do is open that wallet balance file and read it line by line. I'm going to take and make a list for X and a list for Y. I'm going to take the word with supports, the line with supports. It's going to look for this line with supports in it, where it says supports, and it's going to take that data right there. It's also going to look for the line that has tips in it, see? And it's going to take and pull this data right here out in every entry in that balance. So I'm reading it line by line. I'm saying, hey, in that line, if the word supports is in there, get the number and add it to a list. If the word tips is in that line, take the number out of it. This is all cleaning up so you can see only the number. Take that number, turn the float into a regular number, and append my list. Now I've got my two lists. My lists are X and they're Y in here. So I'm going to take and turn those two lists into NumPy arrays. Now what this does here is T is my time element, will take the length of that list and turn that into the time element that goes horizontal. The vertical line will be my arrays. And I've got two different. One S is for the tips, one S for the support, and S is for the tips. Now to make my plot, I'm making a figure size for it to be. You can adjust your figure size right here on how big you want it to be. And I've got several plots in this one here because I'm playing with different ideas. And I've got a green, a red, and a blue that I'm running in here. And there they are. And you see the green is the tips that goes up, and there I got a big tip, and I took that tip and I put it into support, and that's why my support right here shot up at that point, because I took that tip and put it in there. And here's where that tip came in too. It shot up in my entries pretty good. And in this one here, I've got the see, this is the total. This is the tip, my supports, and here's the total of everything put together. And here's the three compared together in a graph, in a plot. I just thought it would be fun to do, to actually see what this looks like. And I made a couple different type of plots here. And I don't know how much anybody's into plots or what do, but I love a good plot. I love a pretty plot. And here I've got them a little bit more squared up. I've taken, and I said, notice the change in the green on it, because that's when I removed it from the tip, and I put it into the support. So it jumped that support up. Now this is being run as a cron job here. This is when I loaded the file, what it looked like the cron. The cron jobs are reasonably new. I don't have many entries at all in it. I just learned I could do that And what I will actually do is my horizontal spacing here will be elements of time taken from the cron job. I'm wanting to do it every, I want to play with the idea of every hour, every 2 hours, and see if I can see anything special happen at different times of the day. And right now it's just showing totals. It's just showing totals as it builds up, builds up, builds up. What I eventually wanted to do is show only the tip amount, the tip per hour, not as a total increasing, but the tips per hour and the support per hour. And then that way I think I can see, well, look at that. If I post it at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's better off than if I post it at 8 o'clock at night. I just want to play with it. The whole thing's a big, big toy. And by looking at data, you can do a lot. I love data. I love playing with data. And here's another one I did that takes that the balance inside that wallet. And this is only totals in it. That's all the more it did with totals. And I use I use the wallet. Now this one here, I've used Matplot. I brought NumPy in so I could turn that data into an array. I used patches so I could put a colored background to it. And I've got date time in it. And I've turned the date time, the current date time, into a string. So when I run this, it'll put the date time at the bottom of it. So I open the wallet. Again, I open 2 lists up. I take those lists and I build them up by looking at supports and tips in there. I've got a range that's along the T, the time element going across, is the same as the length of the 2 lists. And that's where I get my data to make my plot then. And here I've made my color background into a salmon and just make it look a little bit pretty. I love a pretty plot. And there we go. That's what the final plot looks like. I think I can, yeah, I can do that. And this right here, I loaded it then. I said, well, if I load it and I load it with the I can load it and get just the graph part out of it. Or I can load it full and I get the border and everything in it. And here's the size of the plot. The actual image size right there, 798 by 549. I can take these then and make them into a nice round number. I'll probably take it 800 by 550 and upload these with a bot then to Twitter. I've done a lot of Twitter bots. And that'd be, matter of fact, it's real simple to do. Oh, there's one where I use I just made a cron job, but it's just brand new. It's only got a couple entries, 1 and 2, 4. It's only got a half a dozen entries or so in it, so it has no progress worthwhile. This will be nice after a couple months or so. This is fun. To me, this is fun. I love to pass my time doing this kind of stuff. There's going to be a lot more in my toolbox coming up. I've got I've got graphs I'm doing. There's another one I've got where I'm using the LBRY Python to, I'm doing searches, going through the 5279 port, and I can do searches in there. And I can do a claim search and take all that information from the claim search and put it into a database. And then I can search the database. Now I've already got a database in here where I've been doing these claims. Well, here I'll do a claim search. Okay, here, let me run this. I'll do this real quick because now let's look for Caden Live. And I've made in my searches, if you look up here, you can tell it how big a page you want to use. I'd say you can go up to 75. If you can find 75, do 75. Here's Caden Live, and if I enter it, now it's going to be searching as I start printing all this stuff out. There it is, all printed out. And again, when you do that search, it looks nothing like that. Nothing like it. This is all cleaned up, so you have a nice, clean looking JSON file down here. You can click these links for the YouTube. This is the actual download link right here. That link right there. If I copy that that's the link I use to download. Now that's all in a database. Now without going back online or anything, I can go in here and run my database and say, what have I got in this database? Let me run this and see what I have in here. Make it a GIMP. Big GIMP. And here's as it goes. I might not even put anything for input SQLite. And here you see, as it gets into that database and pulls it out, here is the download link right here. Here are the links that were put inside. This is the description. What it does is it does the download link and the descriptions. Here's the download link for another one right here. There's the download link where it says download link. And I've actually got a lot. Where's it at? I've actually got a lot of them in there. These are all things from my database that's stored up. But everything has to do with GIMP. Everything has to do with GIMP. And you see it's downloaded the link, the download link, and the description. And these are all in the database. And my database right now has a couple, does it have 2,000, I think almost 2,000 entries? No, I don't, 1,800, I don't know. No. I've only got 12. I've got 1,200 entries in it. I've had a lot more than that. Oh, I deleted and started over because I wanted the links in there like, I changed my format. Okay, anyway, I've got more toys coming up. I'm going to cut this off right here. I've got my video. My main thing I want to show is my graph stuff. And anybody who wants more about the graphs or more in depth, or say, hey, do that a little more explaining of that, explain it. But I will have these things on my GitHub. My GitHub is Jupiter Jones. I'm under Jupiter Jones. And under Jupiter Jones, this is the LBRY-toolbox. But I will put that link down in my description when I post this video. Hey, you have a good day. I hope you enjoy this. I hope this is much fun for you guys, what it is for me. I love to play with this stuff. Hey, thank you. Subscribe, look around. Look at my other channel. Look at, I've got my life in the Philippines is called Philippine Retirement, at Philippine Retirement. And that's my main channel. This one here I think is going to turn into my main channel. I just have that feeling. It wasn't my intent when I started, but I can see I like to do this a lot more than I do run up and down the street and doing videos. Hey, God, I said bye twice, 3 times already. Happy trails until we meet again.